Welcome back to Callahan's Corner, where you ask the questions, we answer them live right here on Facebook. So one of the questions submitted this week was, Mike, I'm going out and building a business, and it was actually a young gentleman or lady, without giving away who it was. They wanted to know, how do I build value in my service business? So whether it's lawn care, home cleaning, pest control, there's certain things, in my opinion, that we can do to drive the value of your business up. And there's certain things that can actually start pulling down the value of your business. So a lot of times when most service businesses, especially in lawn care, go to sell their business or retire, all they have left is a book of business and a lot of beat up old used equipment. And basically they're just selling their contracts at face value and their equipment for whatever that market value is. And let's face it, lawn care equipment, even no matter how well it's taken care of, the value of that when you go to sell it is not going to be that high if you have a lot of equipment. So what I'm going to do is basically kind of go in and take a look at it outside of the equipment aspect, or maybe the financial investment of maybe property where you're running your shop out of. What can you do in your service business to raise that value when you go to retire or sell your business? So first thing I want to look at is the difference between one-time jobs and reoccurring jobs. So that annual recurring revenue. So that's basically when we look at it, it's ARR, annual recurring revenue, or MRR, monthly recurring revenue. So that's where, if I'm going to rebuild a business from day one, is I'm going to go in and create a select amount of gateway services that can be sold over the phone. Those are going to be your lawn mowing, fertilization, something that quickly can be measured off a satellite imagery and sold over the phone. And they are reoccurring services. They're not one-time spring cleanups or fall cleanups. These are reoccurring services in basically a maintenance package. That contract's going to run forever to the customer cancels. So what you can do is go in and show the value of the reoccurring revenue. You don't have to go out and resell that every time. Now, the next thing that I'm looking at is, how can I take that reoccurring revenue from my gateway services, the original services, how can I go out and systematically upsell? And some of the customers that work with SimpleGrowth have been extremely diligent and well-versed in this. Is what they've gone in and said, if they own a fertilization weed control company, that they're going out and not only doing the fertilization weed control, but they're getting additional licensing to do perimeter pest or fire ant control. So what they're doing is taking a one-stop for the property and continuing 2 or 3 different services they can do while they're there already. So they've minimized that non-billable drive time and literally ratcheted up the client lifetime value, or that AAR, annual recurring revenue, 3-4 times X. And they've, in essence, lowered their overhead as well. So that is the first approach that I'm taking when I'm going out to drive value in building a business, whether it's existing or new. Consolidate the services, create services can be sold over the phone easy, and then a process to upsell to double or triple that annual recurring revenue. Now, we've got a process in place now to go in and create a subscription-based model, basically, because we're going out and selling that service, and basically there's no contract in place. It's going to run forever till they cancel. Now, some states like New York may require a signed contract on file for DEC or pesticide laws, but the idea is that's going to auto-renew every 2 or 3 years. You may have to get a new signed contract based on the new laws, but the idea is it's set up as an auto-recurring contract. So when you go out to value that business, we've created a book of business that is significantly more appealing, because the new business owner isn't risking that churn or cancellation because they need an annual contract renewal. And we're basing it mostly around annual recurring revenue. Now, you may have a one-time aeration and overseeding, spring and fall cleanup, but the idea is we want to focus on the recurring services first to drive basically a subscription model. So the next thing I'm looking at then is, what is the value? So are you building and buying a list? So right now you're going in and creating value through the client base that's a reoccurring revenue model. Now, in addition to that, as we grow and scale the business, a valuation point that I would look at if I was going out to acquire a business is, do they own their own marketing list? So whether it's top of the funnel or bottom of the funnel, we got cold, warm, and hot leads. Are we going out as a business owner and owning those leads? So if you're going out through Facebook or Google or YouTube and trying to get these subscribers, you don't own that list. You're borrowing that list. So when the algorithm of Google or ads change, or they have the certified service of providers now, or Facebook changes their algorithm, you are at the mercy of that platform. So let's say you're not into digital marketing yet, but you're relying strictly on referral, word of mouth referral. Once again, that isn't the list that you own. You're relying on people to refer you out. So when you go to value a business and add more value to it, as the business owner, I don't want to be relying on third parties to go out and grow and scale the business, because that's not a book of business or equity that I can literally say, here's this is an asset. This comes with the business. So what you want to do is create your own databases. And there's several ways of doing this. So at Callahan's Lawn Care, we went around literally with a notepad near the end of the summer and during the winter. And we wrote down the addresses of every lawn being commercially mowed. You could tell in our market which was being commercially mowed and which wasn't. And in the winter, residential snow plowing, if they have piles of snow at the end of the driveway, that was a good indicator that that was a commercially plowed or basically a professionally plowed driveway. So we went in and created a database of people already using our services, went and measured online and created property specific pricing, and built a database of over 10,000 people using the services we sell in our local market. So now I'm not reliant on the algorithms of Google or Facebook. I have a database of customers that I can rely back onto to grow and scale that business. Now, if as we're going in and we're grabbing things off your website or social media bots or a lead magnet off your website, we're also capturing first name, last name, email at a bare minimum, but usually the service address as well. And we're creating a database of people that can be marketed to. So when Google changes or Facebook changes, we still own that list. We're not borrowing it through a pixeled or targeted audience, because that pixeled or targeted audience is only going to be there for a certain amount of time. Now, if it's on Facebook, that's probably going to be 180 days. You're borrowing that list of people who've interacted with your website or social media. Now, what you need to do is in those 180 days, in my opinion, is drive them to a landing page and get them to give you their information so we can build our own list and own that list, and then continue to nurture and then upsell that list. But the value is in the list that you own. It's not in the value of the list that you're borrowing from Facebook or Google. So the idea here is we want to go in and create a process that we can sell quickly for reoccurring service. Then we want to go upsell additional reoccurring service to break up or add to that AAR, annual recurring revenue, or if you're looking at monthly MRR, monthly recurring revenue. And then we want to build a list, not a list that we're borrowing from Facebook or YouTube or Google, but a list that we own that can be part of the business asset. And that is, in my opinion, one of the secrets to building a true value in a service business. So when you go to sell your business or you're going to retire, you have an asset that can actually be sold and valued up and above just your broken down equipment. Robert says, were those lawns just an area where were those your lawns or just the lawns in an area who were getting lawn serviced by professionals? So Robert, what we did is these were lawns that we weren't servicing. These were lawns that our competitors were servicing. So we drove through every neighborhood that we were in and wrote down the addresses of every address that appeared to be having commercial lawn mowing. And then we went into the neighbors or the neighborhoods around and in between the areas that we're already servicing and wrote down every lawn that looked like it was being commercially mowed. And then we went back in the winter when it wasn't snowing, and we wrote down the address of every driveway that had a pile of snow on it. And we sent out basically envelopes, and on it, it literally said lawn mowing customer or snow plowing customer. And those things opened. We had huge response the first few years before we started to deplete that list. But that gave us a database of people actually using our service in our area. We didn't have to go out and cast that digital net and hope they used our service or wanted to. We knew that these people were already engaging with a professional company and paying for that service. So it allowed us to have significantly better return on investment. And as far as an acquisition play or a retirement play, now we have a book of business and a database of people using the services there. And even if maybe the person going to buy your business doesn't want that, you could go out and resell that to another competitor or business in the area, because that book of database has significant value. And it doesn't, it takes a while to get it. I mean, it's not forever, but this was a process over 5 or 6 years. We kept building and updating that database, and that allowed us to go out and scale and make our marketing significantly more efficient. Any other questions while I'm here? Callahan's Corner. You ask the questions. We answer them live right here on Facebook. Business owner basically wrote in and said, hey, how do I go in and create more value to my business if I want to use that as a retirement tool, if I ever want to sell that business? And that's that reoccurring revenue and building a database and a list that you own and be able to work it systematically and selling that with your acquisition or to somebody else afterwards. So Robert, great question. I appreciate hanging in here. Drop your questions. Any other questions you want around the service business, Callahan's Corner. You ask the questions, we'll answer them live right here on Facebook. We'll see you again tomorrow with another pre-submitted question.